MERS, the number of MERS cases continue to rise. 4 more infections were confirmed along with 3 related deaths, pushing up total figures.
For more, let's go to our Connie Kim at the news center. Connie, what do we know about these fresh cases?
Well, guys, 3 of these new MERS patients had contracted the virus while visiting the Samsung Medical Center, a major source of many infections and one of the hospitals that announced a partial shutdown on Sunday. Now, these new cases are especially concerning because the patients had not been regulated by health authorities or Samsung Medical Center, which opens the door for possibly more infections. Now, one of them also happens to be the first MERS patient confirmed in Daegu, so health officials are tightly monitoring all the people the patient had contact with in order to stop the disease from potentially spreading nationwide. And as of now, 7 regions have been affected by the virus. So far, a total of 6 people have been infected from tertiary patients, something the government has been worried about. And looking into the additional deaths added today, it's interesting to note 2 cases came from MERS patients who did not have a pre-existing medical problem. Now, this is raising eyebrows because most of the deaths up until now have been those who are already sick or the elderly. Also, the first death was reported in a patient in the 40s age group. The death toll could rise higher as 16 are reported to be in critical condition. Meanwhile, 5,500 are still under quarantine. And in an effort to contain the virus, the government has formed task force teams at 13 hospitals with MERS patients or that have been affected by the virus. There is some good news, though. 3 people have fully recovered and were released from hospital today.
And Connie, apart from forming a task force team, we hear that the government is planning to funnel more money into the fight against the disease. Tell us more about that.
Well, just today, the government pledged $45.2 million in reserve funds to contain the disease. It'll mostly be used to buy critical medical materials and equipment and to support medical and emergency service personnel. Eliminating the virus is the most important goal in order to protect people's lives, but it's becoming even more urgent as it's already starting to take a toll on the domestic economy. Now, today, investment bank Nomura forecasted the outbreak will bring down Korea's growth by 0.3 percentage point to 2.2% this year. Now, this as households are cutting back on spending while foreigners are canceling their trips to Korea. And Finance Minister Choi Kyung-hwan will also have to decide by the end of this month whether to draw up a $9 billion supplementary budget to buffer any MERS fallout.
Well, Connie, outside of Korea, there was one MERS patient reportedly died. He is also not of a Korean nationality, right?
Right, Daniel. Just a couple of hours ago, it was reported a 65-year-old German died this month of complications from a MERS infection. AFP reported that he had contracted the virus during a trip to the Arabian Peninsula in February. And quoting Germany's health ministry of Lower Saxony, the man died on June 6th of lung disease. Back to you.